Corporate fraud is almost always found quicker on the P&L statement. You'll find all the evidence of any kind of fraud or embezzlement from your company within your P&L. It'll be KPIs that mismatch prior months, or maybe a trend in a KPI that has nothing to do with the market or with your expenses. And a lot of times it's not the number itself, but the percentages. If you look at each line item on your chart of accounts to see if the percentages of that line item are too high or too low. If the expense is too high, or maybe even sometimes too low, it may indicate shifting of expenses or shifting of money from one place to another. And a lot of times the bottom line of the company is affected, but it's diluted so much through that chart of accounts, through those other expenses, that unless you look at each line item directly to see which percentage is off, which one shouldn't be as high as it is, that's where you're going to find your fraud. In one case, we found that there was fraud in a restaurant where the food expense looked like it was too high. It looked like there was too much money being spent on the raw food costs from the suppliers. In fact, it wasn't that. It was that there was re-ringing of refunds to customers, or canceling of charges to customers for purchases that looked like the food cost was too high. It was actually that the sales were too low. So it took a little digging, but it was found because of something in the KPIs that indicated where the fraud was occurring in the company.